There's two major psychic receptor areas in our body. The pineal gland, which is the proverbial third eye chakra for our people, our Hindu and Buddhist friends, or our friends who do yoga. But we'll start with the solar plexus. The solar plexus is just below the rib cage, and it's in the area of the diaphragm, and it's the most complex bundle of nerves outside of the cerebral cortex in the body. And the reason it's called the solar plexus is because the ganglia, the nerves radiate out from it like the rays of the sun, ergo solar plexus. And it has been considered by some neuroscientists to be the body's second brain, because it is, like I said, the most complex bundle of nerves outside of the cerebral cortex in the human body. And this is where it is theorized that psychics, I know it is, but I have to stick to science. It's theorized that we pick up on emotional, intuitive, precognitive. You hear my gut feeling. Well, where do you think that expression comes from? I feel it in the pit of my stomach. Well, that's because we pick up on emotional vibrations, warnings, dire consequences, things like that. And people tend to pick up on negative things because it's a lower, denser vibration that's easier to detect than the higher vibrations of positive energy. And so that's why when you were saying that, you were picking up on this. And let's face it, for all of you out there who are parents, you have this connection with your kids, whether you're quote unquote psychic or not. You pick these things up. Then about 4 inches behind the center of the forehead in the brain is a small gland, the pineal gland. Some people call it pineal. Anyway, it's Pineal. The most mysterious, most misunderstood, most studied gland in the body. It's between the size of a grain of rice and a small lima bean, and recent studies have found calcite and magnetite crystals within the pineal gland. What was the first radio? A piece of quartz crystal with copper wire running low levels of electricity through it. And in our brain, we have this. The pineal gland controls our brainwave frequencies, our ability to perceive light, our circadian rhythms. It secretes the hormone melatonin, and that's just for starters. Incredibly sophisticated. And for people, when you're jet lagged, the reason you're jet lagged is because your pineal gland hasn't had time yet to align with your position on the earth with the Earth's magnetic field. So everything's this electromagnetic, energetic connection. And the pineal gland is where we receive visual, auditory data. So the solar plexus is the feeling, the sensory perceptions. The pineal gland is where we get the facts, figures, and data, if you will. So we have two psychic receptors in our body. That's why people will feel that. And when people talk about visions, it's because that is being detected by the pineal gland.